21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I'm coming to you one day late, but I have a ton of announcements, and this is an epic week, guys, that we have about to kick off in Room 21 as Friday night, June 1st, coming up this Friday, 6:30 p.m., we have our Barrett Academy graduation happening at North Stafford High School, and it's going to be epic. So, just a couple of quick announcements that I want to get to before we go on to a bunch of other things. First of all, as you know, there is no school today on Memorial Day. And coming up this Friday, we have two major events happening. Number one, during the school day, we have our Math SOL happening during the day. So just make sure that your scholar gets a great night's sleep, is ready to rock and roll, gets to school on time, all of those great things, and they're going to be phenomenal on their Math SOL. Coming up on that very day. In the evening, we have Barrett Academy graduation. As you can see here, it's on the newsletter. It's going to be epic, guys. Happening this Friday at 6:30 p.m. So just a couple of quick reminders for you guys. When does your scholar need to be there and things like that? We need all scholars, 5th grade scholars, to the school by 6 o'clock p.m. on Friday night. By 6 o'clock p.m. They have to go ahead and get changed into their gowns and stuff like that. We do ask that scholars are dressed formally, even though they're going to have the gown on. They're still going to be able to see a lot of their dress. And the important thing is, guys, we basically just ask the scholars, please do not wear jeans at all, or shorts. And that's something that the scholars are going to need to have prepped for promotion that's coming up on June 14th here at Barrett, as they don't wear a gown for that ceremony. If the dress or anything, guys, is an issue, just let me know and we'll work that out. Okay. Now, if your scholar has a speaking role, and they'll know if they have a speaking role or not. If they have a speaking role, please make sure that they are at North Stafford High School by 5:30 p.m. on Friday night. So those are kind of the two time frames that you have to go ahead and keep in mind as we're getting closer to Friday. Invite everybody you know. It's going to be an epic and amazing night, guys. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, now, seeing as we only have 14 days of school left, we have a lot of things coming up here at the end of the year. So there are going to be a couple of things coming home this week. First of all, there will be a letter coming home about our 5th grade class end-of-year camping trip. It's become a tradition for our class to go camping, and I'll send home that information and all of that stuff come tomorrow, Tuesday, in class. Also, you guys are going to be receiving a Dare Day permission form. The trip is absolutely free. We just need the permission form. And also a chaperone interest form. Now, what that means is we always have so many people that want to chaperone for Dare Day, and we only have so many seats on the bus. So you can fill that out. We'll have a lottery here in the classroom, and I'll have a certain date. I don't have that set yet. When I type that up, I'll have a certain date that you have to get that interest form in by. Then we'll have a lottery in the classroom, and you'll be able to find out if your name was selected as a Dare Day chaperone. So don't forget, guys, that permission form will be coming home this week. Dare Day is the very last day of school. I believe it is June 12th. Yes, it is June 12th. And guys, don't forget, this is a great reminder of all of our major events coming up. And just one final reminder, and that would be that we're going to send home, it's going to be a form, okay, front page form, that has all of the end-of-year 5th grade stuff that you need to know, okay? And what that means is it's going to have all of the information for an exiting 5th grader, including all of the major events, what your scholar needs to have at all of the major events. That will also be coming home this week. I know there are like 3,000 things coming home this week, but bear with me and we'll make it through each and every one of those. But just keep in mind, guys, the most epic night of the year is coming up on Friday, June 1st, Barrett Academy graduation, 6:30 p.m. It is going to be amazing. I don't want you guys to miss a second of it, okay? So that is coming up this week. At this time, I'm going to send you guys off to the strategy session. It's going to be a lot of math and science review for our upcoming SOLs, guys, and then I'll see you on the other end. Okay, scholars, welcome to our weekly strategy session. As I said in the first part of our VODCAST this week, our major focus for everything that we do this week in terms of earning house points and all of that good stuff is actually going to come from review for math, both math and science. Okay, so those are kind of the two areas in which you can earn house points. So really quickly, a couple of areas. As always, guys, you can go to the back of the newsletter and find a bunch of different ways that you can earn house points for the week with our new newsletter. And I kind of made it fun this week in terms of Barrett Academy and also writing a new stanza for the Barrett Academy song for the Google Classroom question of the week. And then moving on over to the weekly strategy session. It's coming. Just give it a second. We find ourselves the weekly math review. Now, I kept the weekly math review the same as last week, just because I wasn't here, rather than other than just one day, and it's really valuable review. Okay, so that's the first part of review that you can complete this week for 20 house points, as always. Okay, the second part of math review this week, I've been showing you guys this for the last few weeks. First of all, you can choose any of these categories for the week, and you can earn 2 house points for each problem that you complete, as long as you bring in your work. Show all of your work, bring it into class, 2 house points apiece. The big area where you can earn house points would be the SOL practice section, and that is at Jefferson Lab site. So if I take you over there. Now, there are 2 areas that you can go this week. I've mainly been pointing you to 5th grade math, which I just checked off there on the screen. But the second thing that you can go ahead and check off now would be Science 5. And make sure it's only Science 5, because those will be the questions that would be similar to questions that we might find on our Science SOL next week. Okay, so those are the 2 areas where you can go, Math 5 and Science 5, and those are 2 amazing sources, guys, of some review. Okay, so make sure you check out both of those, because they're both going to greatly help you in your studying. Now, what I'm going to do, you can choose a number of questions, your name. As always, if you show your work, I'm going to give you 5 points for every question, 5 house points for every question that you complete. And don't forget, scholars, we're coming down to the end of the house point race, so every single point counts. And that's something so vital to keep in mind as you continue to trek forward. Okay, so that is very important, and these are 2 great ways to go ahead and study and practice that this week. Okay, so those are really the areas that I want you to focus on and study with this week for our weekly strategy session. I will tell you guys that the secret hashtag of the week is Academy Graduation. Yes, because that is coming up on Friday. It's going to be epic, guys. Hashtag Academy Graduation coming up on Friday. It's going to be one epic celebration. I cannot wait for it to happen, guys. So with that being said, I'm going to send you back on over to Mr. Reichard in person. Families, I hope that those strategies were effective, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Remember, it all ends in the most epic celebration of the year, happening on Friday, Barrett Academy Graduation, Friday, June 1st. You do not want to miss it. 6:30 p.m., North Stafford High School. Guys, we're going to live every single one of our final days in Room 21 to the fullest, and I appreciate and thank you for all of your continued support. I can't wait to see you guys all on Friday night for our epic celebration. And until then, just remember that you guys are the very best families in Stafford County, Virginia, and I will see you on Friday night.